Hello, welcome to another podcast of Master Investor. Glad to be here again on another talk on money, business, and investment. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and brand here at Master Investor. Welcome back if you're an existing partner, and if you're new, make sure to follow us here and other social media platforms. Click the link in the description to join our inner circle, one of our ebooks and digital courses, how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on. Whenever you're ready to start building the asset column with guidance and ease, then this ebook is for you. It comes with additional assets when you get it from our website. You can also find our ebooks on Amazon if you like to read them on Kindle, but you're not going to have additional assets over there. If you go to our website, you'll have more assets and you'll be grandfathered in for any additional asset that we add into that digital course. The price will go up, but you will never have to pay an additional cost on that specific course to access any other asset that we add in there. So welcome to our community. Our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We're looking for opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. Today we're going to be talking about building wealth by investing time wisely. You know that we always talk about the difference between the wealthy and the poor mindset, because it comes down to the way we approach money, the way we think about money that makes us wealthy. How do we make our money? And one of the main difference between the wealthy and the poor is the way we spend time. Today I want to shine light into the main points on how to spend time wisely so that we build true wealth. And remember that wealth is measured in time, not necessarily in dollars. Why? Because wealth is about how much time can we go without working and still be able to thrive with the lifestyle that we desire and that we want. Okay? And that is a wealth number, right? And a lot of people cannot go 3 months without working or without their savings because it runs out. And so that's our wealth number. So it's measured in time, not necessarily in dollars. And a lot of people have money in their bank, but they're not free, you see. So we cannot say that money gives you freedom. What gives us freedom is the way we make our money and the way we operate in the realm of money. In other words, which side of the cash flow circle are we in? On the left side, on the right side. Remember, 4 players. On the left side, you'll find the employee and the self-employed people. On the right side of the cash flow circle, you'll find the business owner and the inside investor. We want to be on the right side of the cash flow circle because that's where wealth is built. That's where true freedom is built. If you want to achieve total freedom, where you have control over your time, you have leverage, you have the ultimate decision on what to do with your assets because you are controlling them with your companies. You see, here at Master Investor, we will never sell an investment. I'll tell you where to invest your money. That's up to each member of our community to decide, because we just have the financial education to make those decisions. We want to make everybody aware of what opportunities are in front of us, tools, resources, networks that we can use to build our asset column successfully and with speed. If you're not making passive income and capital gains income quickly, then we're doing it wrong. Remember that, because now we have the ability to sell worldwide to billions of people with one click, and we don't even need to touch the product. We don't even need to create or even purchase the product ourselves before we sell it. We can have print on demand, which means once an order gets placed, that's when the product gets printed and gets created. So it depends on what type of product, what type of niche we want to go into. But what I can tell you is that there's a product for any type of niche right now that you can start selling, regardless of whether it's your own product or not. You don't have to create the product. You don't have to build the company yourself at the beginning. You can use other people's products and partner up through their affiliate program that they have. Majority of companies today have an affiliate program where they pay you a residual income every time the subscription gets paid. And if it's a one-time payment, then you get that commission. And as long as that client continues to purchase from that company, whether it's later on down the year, later on down the week, maybe they upgraded to a new product, you will always be linked to that person. So the most important thing is that we start building our networks, because if we truly want to become wealthy and free, we need to have networks. That means that we need to have an email autoresponder which collects emails for us and names of potential leads or potential buyers or potential customers. that we can do business with, okay? And it could be also entrepreneurs that are wanting to do business with us, maybe want to go into a venture together. Remember that business and investing is a team sport. Bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it below, and also join us on our live stream on YouTube if you're hearing this on our podcast, because we're doing a live stream every single day and we're showing additional content for our members to take advantage and start building passive income today with the tools and resources that we're using inside of our community to build wealth. The wealthy people make money work for us rather than us working for money like majority of the population do. Invest our time when we have no money. We suggest everyone to protect and nurture our time every day. In other words, if you have no money because you're starting out and you want to become wealthy in your own way, you don't have to make millions of dollars to call yourself wealthy, okay? What we mean about financial freedom and having true wealth is that you have total freedom, meaning that you don't have to work to pay for your bills. So if your lifestyle is $10,000, then let's say we have assets that create $15,000 a month for the next 50 years. So that's your wealth number, right? You can live for the next 50 years, $15,000 a month. As long as inflation doesn't continue to rise, which it will, because it's going to cost more money to buy more things, but $15,000 should do good if that's your lifestyle that you desire. You see, you don't have to make millions of dollars to have wealth and call yourself a master investor, because as long as you're not working at a job and you're still able to live successfully and be healthy and thrive and be able to achieve your dreams, then you're a master investor. You have the 3 E's. Number 1, financial education. Number 2, financial experience. Number 3, excess of cash flow. So invest our time when we have no money in the right places, right? Focus our time and energy on the asset column. People typically don't have the time to invest. Why? Because they believe that working longer hours and harder will increase their wealth. There's no way that this is not the case. Look at the information here. It is projected that the average American will work 12 and a half hours a year around by January 2023. At least half of American workers, 66%, work remotely. 72% of Americans had used less than half of their paid time off, according to a July 2022 report. Even though 56% of Americans said they were already burnt out, 65% of them agreed that they really needed a vacation from work. In addition, while salaries climbed by only roughly 4.5%, the U.S. inflation rate reached a new high in June 2022, packing at 9.1%. Evidently, working harder does not equate to earning more or having more freedom. Remember, we have to use inflation and hyperinflation to our advantage, because we understand it's going to continue to rise. Why? Because money is created with debt. And what does that mean? Well, that the economy works by printing money. So savers are losers. Why? Because money is created with debt. So if the government prints money, then you and I can print money legally too by utilizing debt. Asking the bank for money the right way, and asking other people the right way for money, and the banks and credit cards and so forth. Any type of debt that we can get our hands on, we're going to invest it. And who cares about the interest rates, as long as the business or whatever we're acquiring as an asset is going to pay for those interest rates. You just have to crunch the numbers, read the financial statements, and being able to tell whether whatever we're going to invest that on is going to be an asset or it's going to be a liability and it's going to lose the entire capital, which we're not doing that. That's why we're doubling down on our financial education. The tale of the wealthy versus the poor. One type of mindset, the poor believes in hard work as a means of making money. The wealthy mindset believes in investing for passive income. The more we understand the cash flow triangle, which has 8 elements: mission, it has mission right at the bottom, it has team, leadership, cash flow, communication, systems, legal, and product. Those are the 8 elements that makes a great business successful. And every time we build a business, we better have those 8 elements in there. A lot of people think that they have a great product. Everybody has a great idea for a great product, but it's not the product alone that makes a great business successful. Remember, we must turn a business into a brand. Otherwise, it's a commodity and it can be replaced by somebody else. The more we understand the cash flow triangle, the better we are at business and investing and choosing the right assets. We can build businesses that turn into brands with less effort, more money we make and keep. It took years of practice, but eventually everyone will grasp this fully. Wealthy people don't work for money. People today put a lot of effort into developing their careers, moving up the corporate ladder, or expanding their practices in order to establish a name for themselves. They make the common mistake of believing that working for their own company is more important than working for it. They never work on the business to grow it because they are preoccupied with the minutiae of the day-to-day operations, so they work in their business, which is not a business yet, as it requires them to be there to earn money. They own a job, not a business. They have no faith in anyone to perform better than them or in a system that can function without them. Their own success is impeded by them. Laziness is the path to success, as we like to say here, because it is about using our minds to put deals together and raise capital for it, then control the asset and its cash flow. We can make less money the more involved we are. So we must learn the power of systems and marketing to have our businesses and investments run on autopilot. Otherwise, they're not assets. Wealthy entrepreneurs find creative ways to do more with less rather than getting our hands dirty and working hard. We also give our staff the freedom to succeed for them in their lives too here at Master Investor. Everyone here at Master Investor is allowed and encouraged to build the asset column as much as possible. We must figure out how to do less in order to produce more and develop more if we want to be the kind of person who builds assets that purchase other assets. Learn more about how working less can increase our income if you are someone who is addicted to hard work, or as we refer here, staying busy in your business and not building anything. How poor people spend their time. Sadly, but thankfully, as well, a lot of individuals today have more time than they ever could have dreamed. According to a Pew Research Center survey, almost 35% of Americans said that COVID-19 had made socializing less important to them. The nights and weekends are largely free because there are fewer social obligations. Of doubt, there's a lot of stress, especially for parents who are trying to care for their children and have no social life these days. The epidemic demonstrated how erratic employment may be, and the economy appears to be unstable. It is interesting to know that a lot of extremely skilled workers are wearing themselves out from video conference sessions longer than they would from standard labor. They have even created a phrase for a Zoom fatigue. Those without jobs were either waiting it out by playing video games and watching Netflix, or they are spending time looking for work. Few are making use of the time to develop true wealth. And for that reason, a great deal of people will either emerge from this catastrophe poor or even poorer than they were even before. The poor spend their time poorly working for money. Most individuals will tell us that they work so hard for money. If we were to ask them why or why they are looking for a job if they are among the 6 million unemployed, they imply a reliable source of income that offers security by this. One of the main motivations for taking on thousands of dollars in student loans is money. These loans are taken out to obtain a degree for a high-paying job that they dislike but must work at most of the time. Meanwhile, their true passions remain unfulfilled until after they have completed the work. This strategy has the drawback that their income is dependent on how hard they work. Their time is the only valuable item they need to sell. Thus, they have to put in more physical work by working longer hours in order to earn more money. And we don't want to be like these people, because unless you love your job, but that's a totally different story. And even then, you still need to learn how to invest so that when you're ready to leave that job, you can have the passive income that will sustain the lifestyle that you desire, and you can actually fulfill your dreams. As an employee, their earning potential is limited since they have limited time and energy. This investment is bad by any standard, right? Investing your time in a job. To think that one can exchange he or her limited time for money is a terrible mentality. Wealthy people think differently than poor people do, and they approach time and how to spend it in very different ways. Wealthy versus poor, how to make money work for us with a little time commitment. The majority of wealthy people will tell us that we work for passive income that comes from assets if we ask them what we do. This refers to investments in companies that require little to no work to provide a consistent monthly positive cash flow. Wealthy people work to learn how to make money work for us through financial education and sound investing, as opposed to working our entire lives for money or earn income. To put it simply, wealthy people make money work for us rather than us working for money. Working for a paycheck is not the same as working to accumulate additional assets. For example, adding assets doesn't mean putting in more or harder work. To be more precise, we need to work less to acquire high quality assets, the higher our financial IQ. Then even when we are playing or sleeping, these investments generate passive income. Put another way, money benefits the wealthy once more. How to set objectives to build passive income. That is not to argue that the wealthy people don't work. Simply put, our methods of operation differ. We have targets for the number of new assets we intend to buy each year. It is crucial to remember that we do not set goals to increase our income. We do not waste time trying to get a better, more lucrative career. We are aware that if the emphasis is placed on locating premium assets, the cash flow will flow. Even years after the effort to acquire our assets is completed, the cash flow will continue to pour in. Because of this, we have invested in financial education over a long period of time and built a sound asset column gradually. Even though we may not start always wealthy, even at times when we have little money at all, we must take the effort to increase our financial intelligence through free content like these YouTube live streams and blogs and articles that we can have access to using the internet. Instead of investing that time in a job, we must use it to secure our financial future by acquiring assets in our asset column by first investing in our financial education so that we can take control over our finances and make the right decisions when it comes to money. We now generate passive income daily, which works for us rather than against us. Invest our time wisely today to get wealthy tomorrow. For what purpose are we working? In this extraordinary crisis, how do we spend our time? Would we prefer to veer away from it? Which way are we going? Are we attempting to harness the power of assets to make money work for us? Or do you work day and night at a job you detest just to feel as though you have some security? In that case, what is preventing you to start building the asset column after work? Here are two excellent starting points. Get the cash flow and the course, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, the ebook. Click the link in the description. This is our flagship course for financial education available online. Instead of wasting our evenings on non-productive video games or Netflix, educate ourselves on how to get money to work for us for free. And maybe you can turn your video game addiction into a profitable business by understanding how to stream every day with it and use that time and create content that entertains other people, and do it through Twitch, YouTube, and so forth, and start creating a following, a community if that's what you want to do. But first, you need to have financial education. Master Investor has been providing personal finance classes, investment workshops, and personal development guidance to millions of people for years now. There's no better moment to utilize this amazing resource, these resources right now than ever before, because we have AI, we have systems, everything is pretty much free. You can start with no money at all, right? Master Investor Coaching, give Master Investor Coach a look if we are truly prepared to make a wise investment. Thousands of people have put their trust in Master Investor products to help them succeed and get rid of their money problems. Professionals recognize that they don't know what they don't know, whether they are business owners, athletes, or people in relationships. We as a company continue to work with coaches in all spheres of life, including mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Despite our success, it is possible for us to, and everyone in our community has the opportunity to elevate themselves to the next level financially. And always remember, keep mentors around, keep people that are doing better than we are around. Okay, regardless of the level of success that we have, we are never too good to know it all. We are always learning something new. There are many arguments to suggest that this is not the ideal time to start investing, but there is never a better moment than the present to make prudent time investments and raise our financial IQ. If we do, we will be equipped to prosper when the going gets tough, as it always does. Start investing in high quality financial education. Click the link in the description. Join our inner circle. If you have any questions, drop it below. I appreciate you being here with me today on this amazing talk on money, business, and investing. Let me know your thoughts, if you have any feedback, and please, if you learn something, share the content with other people, because that's how we turn something into a treasure. When you have something that is really valuable, then you share with other people, that turns into a treasure. So make sure that you're helping out your team become aware of the new rules of money and give them the data that they need in order to empower themselves to the next level, because we all have different talents that we can capitalize on, and we can use systems to do it on autopilot. Remember the difference between sales and marketing. Sales is what we do one-on-one, and marketing is what we do, it's a sales done via system. So we have to accumulate and control systems to do the selling and telling for us, something that you're learning how to do inside of our community at Master Investor. Bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. I'll talk to you on the next podcast. Thank you for joining me, and make sure to click the link in the description to join our inner circle. Stay extraordinary and wealthy. Bye for now.